So I wanted to say a few things about morality, and particularly subjective morality, because it's very easy to confuse subjective morality with objective morality, and really there is no such thing as objective morality. But people, when they are pursuing a cause that they deem virtuous, and objectively moral, they often confuse their own opinions with actual objectivity, and I think it's very dangerous if you to confuse your own opinion of what's right and wrong with the truth about right and wrong, which there is no truth. So that's why it's especially dangerous, because you are allocating yourself to be the judge of right and wrong, which is incredibly dangerous. So when people are pursuing some, like, a virtuous path or a virtuous cause, they might get stuck in the idea that they are doing something right, and that's why you get all of these different groups fighting, because they believe they're doing the right thing, and obviously there is no such thing as the right thing. There's your opinion as to what is the right thing, but there's no objective right thing. So I mean, for example, being homosexual in certain religions and certain places in the world is wrong, morally wrong, and legally wrong. And they might take that as objective morality, but it's not. Clearly it's not. But it's not objective morality. So we can't take subjective morality to be objective, because it leads to examples like that, where people are being killed for their sexuality. So another thing I wanted to say, another example about subjective and objective morality. There was an example that I saw a few days ago of a petition to remove knives from the street, after someone had been stabbed, and you have to own a license to have knives, right? And that doesn't seem like a terrible idea. You know, knives are dangerous, they can hurt people. What use do you have for them on the street unless you're a scout or a cub? And you might need them for whittling things, but then it wouldn't be too difficult, I assume, to obtain a license. But then I thought, well, if we're going to ban knives because they're dangerous, why don't we ban other things like sticks? That they can be dangerous, they can hurt people, and baseball bats and cricket bats and tennis rackets and forks and spoons, and then and it's an extreme scenario, but you just can go forever banning everything because it's dangerous. And I think people need to stop with the giving out of justice in their opinion, because especially in, like, cancel culture and on Twitter and things, it's really dangerous, because there's already systems in place, not perfect systems at all, not perfect systems, but systems that have been approved by the majority. They are in place already to deal with legal issues, and it's mainly the people. So back to the knife example, it's mainly the people who are the issue. It's not the objects, it's people, and they're violent people, and they will always be violent people. So banning knives will not stop these violent people. And just like cancel culture, your idea of what's right and just is not necessarily objectively true. So I think that even if you feel you are doing something virtuous and right, objectively right, I think it's very important that you have to take a step back and think, actually, am I really the one who's going to be the judge of this? Am I really the one who's going to end this man's career over an allegation that has not yet even been proven? Am I going to be the one to sign a petition to ban sticks on the street because they're dangerous and they can hurt people. And yeah, so I think it's really important to take a step back and really look at what you're doing in an objective manner rather than your own opinion and your own idea of what's virtuous. Yeah, that's it. Didn't flow very well, but I was very loosely scripted. Yeah, leave a comment. I'd love for discussion. I love discussion. It's probably not going to get very many views, but if you do watch this video, leave a comment. Maybe we can discuss if you have a different idea. I'd love for that. Thanks.